play-by-play commentator, the talented host of Showtime Championship Boxing, Brian Custer.
Show Brian some more love.
Thank you, Jimmy, Mr. Hall of Famer. Certainly, good afternoon, everybody, to the assembled press, to the hundreds of thousands watching all across the world. Welcome to Las Vegas. This is the final press conference for Canelo versus Charlo. I am Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing, and listen, the time is now. Time has come for Showtime Boxing, Showtime pay-per-view to deliver what it has consistently done over this past year and for the past few decades, and that is deliver action-packed, big fight after big fight. And on Saturday, we are bringing you what constitutes as a mega fight, an intriguing one, because it's also an historical fight. One that I might add, for the first time in this four-belt era, we've got two undisputed champions, different weight divisions, facing off, and it's a matchup of two of the sport's pound-for-pound best, two of the sport's most explosive and exciting fighters. Canelo Alvarez, boxing's first undisputed super middleweight champion, putting all four belts on the line, against Jermell Charlo, the undisputed junior middleweight champion, who will be making that two-weight division jump to super middleweight, trying to take the belts off of one of boxing's most storied champions. Canelo will be seeking his record-setting third successful defense of that WBA, IBF, and WBO world titles. You know, in this four-belt era, no undisputed champion has done that. While Charlo, attempting to become just the third fighter in the four-belt era to become undisputed in multiple weight divisions, joining the likes of Clarissa Shields and, of course, Terrence Bud Crawford. And keep in mind, Charlo also has the opportunity to become the first fighter to jump multiple divisions en route to his second undisputed championship. The particulars, when it comes to tickets, they're limited. They are available, though, at AXS.com for this Canelo Promotions presentation of a Premier Boxing Champions pay-per-view event. This entire event is being promoted by Canelo Promotions and TGB Promotions as well. Showtime pay-per-view broadcast is going to begin at a special early time at 8 o'clock Eastern. That is 5 o'clock Pacific time here in Las Vegas. You can purchase the fight as well through a live stream at showtime.com/PPV and the Showtime app as well. The fight goes down this Saturday, September 30th, here in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena, and it is produced by the destination for the best in boxing, and that is Showtime pay-per-view. Let me bring to the podium here one of the co-promoters of this fight. He's the president of TGB Promotions, Tom Brown.
Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Undisputed versus undisputed. I love saying that all week, and I love the sound of that. Saturday night at the T-Mobile, we have a historic matchup between reigning and undisputed champions in two different weight divisions, fighting for the first time ever in the four-belt era. You know, and I always like the Fight Week press conference so much more than the opening press conferences. With only a few days to go, everyone's a bit edgy. The fighters have just come out of camp. They're focused, they're laser sharp. And we just look at these two guys. They're ready for Saturday night. It's fight time. Canelo Alvarez is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today. He's a superstar in our sport, and he's the face of boxing. Jermell Charlo, as Brian said, the first ever undisputed 154-pound world champion in the four-belt era, now looking to become undisputed in two weight divisions. And what a pay-per-view card we have. We'll get into the pay-per-view undercard press conference tomorrow. but just as a fan, I cannot wait for Saturday night. Get your tickets early, purchase the pay-per-view, sit back and enjoy the night, because this really is a special fight. Undisputed versus undisputed. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Let me bring to the mic a guy who has led this network, talking about Showtime Boxing, to one of the greatest years this network has seen. He's certainly a guy who believes in the mantra, delivering mega fight after mega fight. He's going to give you all the details, the particulars, the programming surrounding the televised pay-per-view portion of the evening. He's the president of Showtime Sports, Steven Espinoza.
Thank you, Ron. Welcome to Vegas, everyone. You know, it feels like deja vu all over again. We're back here at the MGM Grand, another big fight at T-Mobile, another historic matchup between the biggest fighters in the sport, the biggest stars in combat sports. And of course, it's on Showtime pay-per-view, and of course it feels like deja vu, because as Brian pointed out, that's what we've been doing all year, that's what we've been doing for years. This is the 20th Showtime boxing event of 2023. Without question, the strongest schedule in the sport. In fact, over the last 6 years, 2017 to 2023, Showtime has done 156 live boxing events. That's an average of 26 a year. In other words, every 2 weeks on average, Showtime's giving boxing fans high quality boxing year in, year out. That's what we do, leading the industry in quality fights. But this Saturday in particular, we have a special one, a historic matchup featuring the biggest star in the sport in an exciting fight. The type of fight that breaks through to the mainstream, attracts non-boxing fans the world over. Intriguing matchup of personalities, two fighters with great skills, great chins. In 63 fights, 472 rounds, Canelo Alvarez has never been knocked down. In 37 fights, 256 rounds, Jermell has been knocked down once, a flash knockdown early in his career. These are two elite fighters. This will be Canelo's 7th appearance on Showtime. We did his first pay-per-view event 10 years ago. He's been a pro 18 years, fought 13 undefeated fighters. He's defeated 18 world champions. We can go on and take up the rest of the hour in this press conference with his resume, but you know it as well as all of the boxing fans. Jermell Charlo will be making his 16th appearance on Showtime. He's undefeated on the network, 14-0-1. And in his last 11 fights, he's had 15 knockdowns. And during those 11 fights, he's become the undisputed champion of the world. So his caliber of competition has been steadily rising, and yet his power remains. It will be an all-action fight, and as Tom said, it will be supported by one of the strongest pay-per-view undercards in years. 50-50 meaningful fights, exactly what the fans have asked for. But let's not get it messed up here. This isn't just a fight. This isn't just a boxing match. This is special. This is different. This is the best the sport has to offer. This is as good as it gets. Calling Canelo versus Charlo a fight is like calling filet mignon meat. It's like calling LeBron James a basketball player or calling The Godfather just a movie. This is special. This is different. When you drive down the street, you see a lot of cars. And there are cars, and then there are Bugattis, there are Lamborghinis, there are Koenigsbergs. Not all of them are the same. Not all boxing is the same. Not all combat sports is the same. No, what we're doing here on Saturday night, what's been going on all year, is special. It's different. It's not the same old boxing. It's not like the others. And no disrespect to anyone, but there are levels to this. And what we're doing here is the highest level of the sport. This is a historic matchup. Truly elite, undisputed champion against another elite, undisputed champion. This is special. It's different. The event on Saturday night will generate a gate of over $20 million. That's a rare feat in combat sports. It's rare in concerts or events of any kind, but this will be the third time in the last 6 months that we've done a gate of $20 million. Again, our third $20 million gate in the last 6 months. To put that in perspective, UFC has never done a gate of $20 million in its entire history.
Your shit's on now, yeah.
We've done it 3 times since April. Like I said, this is special. This is different. There's nothing else going on in combat sports that matches this type of event. We have to enjoy this event, we need to savor it. This is the best our sport has to offer. If you haven't already, I encourage you to check out episodes 1 and 2 of All Access. We got some great access with both fighters. We thank them in their camps. You truly see a different perspective on each of them. And of course, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll see you Saturday night.
Thank you, Stephen. It's time to hear from the fight camps, hear from the fighters. Let me acknowledge here to my left, at the end of the table there, is Jermell Charlo's co-trainer, the former 2-weight division world champion, Mr. Juan Guzman. Coming to the podium now, 2022 boxing writer, Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year, Derek James.
Hello everyone, I just want to say that it's a very special event because, as they said, undisputed versus undisputed. It's going to take a great Canelo Alvarez to bring out an even better Jermell Charlo. I'm looking forward to Jermell being great and becoming the super middleweight undisputed champion of the world. And he'll be the first guy, as Brian said, to be undisputed champion of the world at the same time in 2 divisions. So everybody, come out, get your tickets. It's going to be a great night of boxing. Thank you.
One of the unique things about this fight, you have 2 of the best fighters in the world. You also have 2 of the greatest trainers in the world as well. Because coming to the podium now, he's not only the head trainer, but also the manager of Canelo Alvarez, 2-time trainer of the year. In fact, the latest was in 2021, Mr. Eddie Reynoso. Martin Bader will do the translation.
Buenas tardes. Pues ya contentos de estar aquí otra vez en Las Vegas. Una pelea muy importante para nosotros.
We're happy to be here in Las Vegas once again. This is a very important fight for us.
Tenemos enfrente un gran peleador, un peleador que ha ganado los 4 cinturones también, un peleador que tiene un gran equipo y que tiene muchísimas cualidades boxísticas.
We're facing a great opponent, someone that's undisputed as well with all 4 belts. He possesses a great team behind him and his boxing skills are also very, very good.
Hicimos un gran campamento, un gran trabajo durante más de 3 meses en total. Estuvimos 2 meses en la altura. Hicimos un gran trabajo. No hubo ninguna complicación de nada. Hicimos lo mejor que se pudo hacer. Teníamos muchísimo tiempo en que no trabajamos de esa manera.
We spent 3 months training for this fight, 2 of them in the altitude, and no setbacks whatsoever, fortunately. And it had been a while since we had trained like this so intensely.
Por alguna razón ajena a nuestra disciplina, lesiones, alguna otra cosita que se nos presentó por ahí, pero para esta vez, créanme que venimos enfocados, venimos a 100%, venimos con todas las capacidades que tiene Canelo.
We have left behind the injuries and all the setbacks that we had before. Now we're 100% and ready to show that Canelo is going to put on a great fight for the fans.
Y el sábado lo vamos a demostrar. Estamos muy motivados y de regresar otra vez aquí a Las Vegas y a una pelea grande y pues esperamos que la disfruten.
We're very
Muchísimas
motivated.
gracias.
We're very motivated to come back here for a great fight in Las Vegas. And we're going to prove to you just how motivated we are by giving the fans a great show, a great fight, and we hope that you enjoy it.
Gracias.
Let me bring to the mic one of boxing's pound-for-pound best. You've heard him been described as a unique combination of knockout power, sublime boxing skills. He is the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. He's known as the Iron Man. He fights under the Lions Only promotion banner, Jermell Charlo.
So what's up? So we finally made it to this moment. I gotta be just more than blessed and thanks and appreciative of everything that has took forward. Training camp was tough. Training camp was really hard, and I had to focus in a lot different. Canelo is a different type of fighter that you just don't, take for granted. He's done everything in the sport of boxing. He has nothing to prove, everything to gain to me. And so, with that being said, I have so much on my plate, and in order for me to continue this legacy at its finest, I have to be well equipped with every tool that come in the box. And so, with that, I know for a fact that the fans win Saturday night. We put on a hell of a performance, and you'll see us back again for a rematch, because I'm leaving no tables turn. This is my moment. I'm gonna enjoy it. I represent the Charlos, man. I'm one of them Charlo twins. I'm one of them Lions Only guys. Yeah, we said a lot of things, and we backed it up. Well, I know I have, and so it is what it is. Respect, all of that, all of those things that people seeing in the intelligent person and the calm. At this moment of your life, you're supposed to be like that. I hope someone else gets this opportunity, But right now, this is my turn, this is my moment, and I proceed. Thank y'all.
Finally, coming to the podium, boxing's biggest superstar, pound-for-pound great, future Hall of Famer. You've heard it, he's beaten 18 world champions. He is the first undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and support. I appreciate it. I feel great. I feel ready for this fight, and yes, Jermell is right. I have nothing to prove, but especially this time, I have something to prove to him, because he never believed in my skills. He always calling me out and never believed in my skills, and now I have the opportunity to show him my skills, and that's motivate myself. I had a really great camp, and I'm ready to show everybody my skills, my real skills. Thank you. See you Saturday night.
Guys, let's talk about this fight. Canelo, I'll start with you because you just mentioned it. I know you mentioned it in All Access, you just said it here. One of the things motivating you in this fight is that Charlo doesn't respect, you said, your boxing skills. If that's the case, what is Jermell Charlo going to find out about your boxing skills on Saturday night?
Yeah, I always train 100%. I always motivate myself, but in this fight, especially more, because I have this motivation. He never believed in my skills. He always called me out, and I'm ready to show him in a couple of days.
What's the bigger motivation for you in this fight? Is it proving Charlo wrong when he talks about your boxing skills, or maybe proving some of the assembled media who've written Canelo's lost the step? Maybe he's not the best fighter.
You never prove anything to the people. They always have something to say. I just wanna to prove myself and to prove myself. I'm still in the top.
Jermell, Your response to Canelo, you talked about you not respecting his boxing skills.
I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If he feel that I come to win this fight, so no matter what he say, I come to win this fight. Believe in your skills or not. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that don't believe in you. We shall see Saturday. That's his motive and that's his motivation to prove about some skills. So well be it. I'm coming to win.
You're looking to defy the odds, Mel. You'd be the first time for you fighting over 154 pounds. First time fighting in 16 months. Obviously you had to rehab that left hand, moving up 2 weight classes, and given all of that, what gives you your biggest confidence that you're going to defy the odds and beat Canelo Alvarez on Saturday?
Because I defined the science of boxing. And I was one of the guys from the younger era, and I've fought at my whole life, you know what I'm saying? And what I've been through in life, I feel like, it did, a lot of people can't compare that, and he's never been through that. So moving up 2 weight divisions, coming off of injuries, doing this and doing that, I felt like I deserve to be in my position. And now this is the time I get to prove my skills and my worthiness.
Canelo, there have been a number of guys who have called you out because they want to fight you. And then they get in the ring and they find out that moment is really big.
Yeah,
and now they're in a fight with Canelo Alvarez. So what is Jermell Charlo going to find out Saturday night?
You know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say what he's gonna find. He's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel it. It's hard to say and explain. It's something different, and he's gonna realize in Saturday night. It's something different. He never used to be with a fighter like me.
Mel, you heard that? Saturday night you're gonna find out there's something different. You've never been in the ring with a fighter of his stature and his skills. Your response?
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm made for. I'm a warrior. I did what I had to do. Now we at this moment. So I feel like, Canelo never seen a fighter of my caliber. And I know he's seen a lot of fighters. Yeah, he's been in a fight with great fighters. But it's just something that I bring to the table that's a lot different than a lot of other fighters that he's been in the ring with. And so we share the ring on Saturday, and this is going to be one of the most attention-grabbing, sparking moments. And I appreciate everything that's going on right now, and I appreciate Canelo for accepting me, the little brother, the little Charlo. But the little Charlo come to fight, the little Charlo come to win.
In the All Access episode, Canelo said his experience, his power will be the difference in this fight. What do you say?
Don't overlook mine. Don't overlook my experience. Don't overlook my power. And don't overlook my skills.
Canelo, your response. He says, don't overlook his power, don't overlook his experience.
I never did, and I never do with any fighter. I know what he's gonna bring, and I'm ready, believe me. I'm being in the ring with all kind of fighters.
Not Jermell Charlo.
Yeah, you don't, brother. You don't know. You don't experience this kind of level of fight. You will see, and you will learn.
You had a great opportunity, and you have fought.
You will see.
You fought some of the best in the world. That's cool.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
I understand that. Everybody in the world knows you fought the best.
You have a lot of skills, but I don't mind on that. You have a lot of skills. But
you do too. You got some skills.
This is different, and you will see.
All right.
If you would, Jermell, I'll start with you. For all of these people who've assembled here, all the people coming to this fight, watching all over the world, you tell us why they need to tune in to Showtime pay-per-view on Saturday night and why Jermell Charlo is going to win that fight.
Because I'm ready for whatever. I'm a motherfucking lion. I'm a lion.
Canelo Alvarez, about to be a lion. You tell these people why they need to tune in to Showtime pay-per-view and why Canelo Alvarez is going to win this fight Saturday night.
I just tuning because it's gonna be a great fight, and I don't know what animal I need to say to whatever. I'm that animal. Just tune in the fight. September 30 is gonna be good. Believe me.
I gotta ask you both for this. You both have the opportunity to make history. What does that mean to you? Start with you, Mel.
It means amazing. It means everything. You know, make history. That's what it seems like. That's what it's all about. And you know, we'll come back to these moments later in life when we're older and come back to this and enjoy it. So right now, it's just living in the moment. Keep turning these chapters, and so will be it.
Canelo, we'll wrap it up with you. You do have the opportunity. Third successful defense. No one has ever done that as an undisputed champion. Defended their titles for 3 times. You keep making history. What does that mean to you?
No, it means a lot because that's all I want for my career. I want history. I want to achieve a lot of things in my career. This is one of that.
Folks, it is Saturday, September 30th. Undisputed versus undisputed. You've got Canelo Alvarez, Jermell Charlo. It is Showtime pay-per-view, 8 o'clock Eastern. That is 5 o'clock Pacific time. Don't miss it. Gentlemen, let's have one last face-off before we end this.
I don't know what kind of animal I gotta be here.
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. 2 of the sport's pound-for-pound best. Undisputed versus undisputed. The winner takes over.
I know is something. What Canelo's I think on that side and the other dude's on this side, Charlo. I don't use the other one.
You guys want to go inside?
Outside. Out from the other side.
All right, so we gotta flip the stanchions too. So guys, we're gonna flip this. So the riders over here, guys, let's switch places. Video guys, switch places. All right, guys. Guys, keep moving down a little bit.
We're up here already. I'm gonna get in here, okay?
Can I squeeze in here too?
Yeah, I'm just, yeah.
Call him over here.
Do you mind if I just open the legs up just a bit?
That's what she said.
There you go.
On my tripod.
Do you think he'll be at like this second, or do I have like 2 minutes?
I think they're on YouTube. Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, so
So I have like 2 minutes, right? Okay, I just want to go get my laptop.
Start recording. Okay.
Could you grab mine? Phelps, could you grab mine? Can you grab my computer? It's the middle row of the president. You'll see my slide.
See how this works, huh?
Trying something different?
No, just, I mean, this is different, you know,
Yeah.
this whole being out here.
Oh.
We'll see. Maybe it works.
Get him down here with some good questions. Surrounded by them too fast.
Yeah, we just got, because he's going to come this way. So we just got to keep him.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where we're running off this stuff. You know? But, see, it's a little fiery too. We'll see how this turns out. Yeah.
Is it much? Is it a big a deal if people make it out to be able to go in there 2 weeks?
It is important. Super important. You can't just move up and wait. Just walk around fat. Not a shape. Not gonna be able to run. Not gonna be able to. So moving up in weight is not easy. Just like going down in weight is not easy. So you have to, have the right people in your corner, doctors and nutritionists and all of this kind of thing. I don't have a nutrition. I'm from the South. We cook our own food. Like, a lot of people do, and I think that you're supposed to, especially towards the end of things. But I think you got to go lay down like you could. You got, awesome food around you. You got money to afford to do.
You and Canelo are the same age. You're the one who's moving up 2 weights a bit. So how is it that Canelo is the one who some people ask the disadvantage? You know what I'm saying? He has pretty much all.
Right. Everything. You get the call the shots. So I got to be the underdog. Maybe sometimes in my life that's what it takes to be the underdog and become the warrior. So I don't know what the disadvantages is. I've been laid off whatever time y'all say I've laid off, but I'll tell you, that don't mean nothing to me. I'll come to fight. Whenever I come to fight, this is the skills that I brought to the boxing world and what I've been doing for all of these years. So, hey, best man wins. I'm a warrior. Let's go fight. Hey, it's not about how many times we go down. It's not time to get back up.
Hold on, let's get a question. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let's get a question from Bob Israel.
Biggest fight of your career. How's the mindset being different than other fighters not training?
It's the same mindset I always have. They say I'm calm, cool, and collected, but I'm really fired up. I don't know why I guess I can say, excuse me. Having my rowdy ass brother around me every, my brother ain't been in camp and seen him talk to him nothing about this whole camp. I think that might have, slowed me down as far as how rational I can be. So, when he get ready for a fight, I'm loud, obnoxious, and energy, intoxicated, whatever you want to call it, and having a good time waiting on him to fight. And I feel like at this moment, it's my turn. Just don't got that noise.
Stop Canelo, you number one job.
I'm number one.
Are you going to miss that blessing that you're going to miss your brother forcing you right now?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. It ain't affecting me. I still got a good team. I still got a childhood friend, people I grew up with, and all of this. I don't think that I have no excuses. My brother's getting his life together, and whatever he got to do to be the best at boxing. So I'm my brother's keeping always.
Thank you guys. We good right here?
Canelo has shown that he just said he basically has been listening to them out over the years. We've all heard it.
Bill's perfect fighter. I get one question. Oh, sorry, bro.
I'm pulling him to the world too. So yeah, I'm more excited than he is. So I'm excited. Like, let's go. Let's rock.
And we was all talking about who made the sweatsuit, bro.
I got a team that
show us the belts on the
the
sweatsuit.
belts on the side, the belts on the leg. Yeah, it's cool. My guy, Team Savage, y'all link up with him.
Jermell, you're one of the biggest punchers in the sport, pound for pound. I've never seen Canelo really hurt to the headshot, certainly not in recent years with a headshot. How important is it that you make him feel that power when you knock to 168?
I think I'll give my all as far as every punch, and it's not about just trying to hurt him, knock him, or whatever that gives. It's about beating him 12 rounds, and so I'm gonna give everything that I've been working on and my team at the moment and change and make it be adversity. Take that, be that guy, make it rough for him in there. So it's a lot of things that I want to tell you, but I ain't gonna tell you. It's a lot of things that I see, and for him to say that I don't believe in his skills, I don't.
Last question, guys.
Can you build your perfect fighter? Power, speed, ring IQ, defense.
What you mean?
All time. You can take any attributes from any fighter ever. So like Mike Tyson's power. Build your ultimate fighter.
My ultimate fighter was
Power.
Edwin Valero.
Speed.
Pernell Whitaker.
Defense.
Roy Jones had good defense, but then he's like, kind of sloppy with it. So Floyd Mayweather.
Ring IQ like temperament.
Ring IQ, but then temperament?
Yeah.
God.
Both.
Jermell Charlo. Nah, let me see.
We're fine.
I liked good temperament, but good high ring IQ. Lennox Lewis had some good high IQ. He was sharp. Juan Guzman, he had good IQ. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you guys. What was it like eating steak and lobster, in camp? I saw you with a big plate of steak and lobster after, having a meal like that. What's that like compared to previous camps where you're trying to make weight?
I think I've always kind of like eat steaks and lobsters and shit. I just didn't have such a large portions. This time I could have from a 4 ounce to an 8 ounce or something like that.
No more question, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
What's fight week like in Las Vegas?
I love it. It's always cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Are we waiting for Canelo?
He's coming in.
But is he just going to go over there?
Oh, that's live, everybody. I'm live. Just be careful you touch it about.
That's a very, very, very good warning there.
Hot micing, everybody.
You got it all?
Sure. What the shit fell over? So it was like some commotion.
Okay, here he comes.
Starts there.
See, he starts over there, though. I don't know if it's just best to try to...
It went black.
Alright, Canelo's coming. Sorry about that. Probably gonna have one question. So should I go American? Favorite American boxers or Mount Rushmore of Mexican boxers?
Oh, Mount Rushmore.
They better not steal it. I'll stick Algeria on you. No, he didn't. He's so tired. I thought Chris Handler was perfect.
Yeah, really. We should catch up.
You might be able to go to him in France. Because I stopped sending him stuff because I just never didn't want to hear about it. Like, I don't think he saw what Ben said directly to you guys.
What? Said to us?
He's the one who he called. He told Eddie, and Eddie told.
So yeah, he did the thing about I think he talked about karma as well.
Yeah, bad. I think he's just going for that. He's leaning into the heel.
I just think he's actually quite a sport because I don't think he's leaning into anything. I just think he's been exposed to it. I don't think he's making a conscious effort to do it.
Him and Chris could be any different. He took up boxing. He didn't even have to. What did you you look scary now?
No, it's good. You got like.
Build your ultimate fighter. My ultimate fighter was that one level. Speed. Defense.
We'll have all the guys pop up.
Yeah, he's got everything there. I got it back right as you asked the question. Somehow you got cut off.
You have all the answers.
I got all the answers and the questions.
Okay, so that's the one before.
This is one before. So it just got cut off.
Oh, so
we got the audio.
We have me. This I asked it again.
And you asked it again.
Yeah, and you get the answer right away.
Yeah, so I see how it froze up there. Something,
yeah, don't worry about
something weird happened with the mic. I think that disconnected for a second. But we got everything.
Doesn't happen again, McKenna.
Nah, it should be.
Yeah, it's
What's the? I haven't looked at the books yet.
you can get plus 550 in the UK and around 7 to 12.
Oh my god,
That's one. We've won so much money with better than that over the years. Saunders, Kovalev,
slow start. Both guys are.
Just makes you work. I think that's where Charlo's going to struggle. It's just Canada can make you work without really doing too much.
Both guys throw 40 punches on it. That's extremely low. So it could be.
Canelo's going to make him.
No, it might push it more. With
make him fight.
Exactly.
I don't think Canelo's punch volume.
Pressure.
Yeah, that's what I think the second half of the fight. Yeah.
Pressure. Canelo pressure.
Like you think about it, he was able to keep the second fight against Costanza.
We got Canelo. I'm happy now. Come on. See, I hate scrums, but when you get the it's like a volume.
It's not a good pressure fight.
Scrums suck.
Like he follows
They
around
suck,
first,
but if you get, you really gotta earn it. We might be the.
I think that's what can't try. It's just having to think all the time. I think for the first 3 or 4 rounds, he needs to have success. It's the balance of you can't just give up ground. Let Canelo say that.
I say Mount Rushmore, and then I say four best.
Just want to clarify.
With Tyson, I said, "What's your Mount Rushmore of welterweights?" Yeah. I knew he might not know what that means. Then we just transition into alien. We need something like that. We need like the last trip was like perfect storm. We'll get Canelo here. We'll get Jim Lampley, the guy we're working on. We'll get his favorite calls of all time. Or his favorite I don't want to hear his favorite American. Favorite American. I'm gonna ask him for Spanish. Good. Alex.
You said everyone at 147.
He's gonna come right here.
Does that mean that there's a chance we can see you fight and no people getting maybe against Okay, yes. Why did it take so long for this fight to get made with Charlo? And do you feel sometimes I fight Do you feel at your best right now? It's the right, this is the right time, right?
Sí, fíjate que siempre he hablado mucho y es
The moment is getting to him.
Keep moving down here, guys.
smiling more fans. Yeah, you know, buddy, I feel confident. I feel good. I feel in my 100%, and that makes me happy. That makes me feel confident. Because, you know, when you come, you train in 100% and you feel confident, that's all that matters.
How do you feel about Teddy Atlas saying that you are the most overrated Mexican fighter in history? He went on the ring. Teddy Atlas.
What that mean?
He said you're the most overrated Mexican champion in history. He said that Salvador Sanchez.
Más popular.
Thank you, guys. We'll keep moving
I
down.
do think he knows boxing.
Can you do Mount Rushmore of Mexican fighters?
Huh?
Mount Rushmore of Mexican fighters. Top 4 Mexican fighters ever.
Julio César Chávez, Gilberto Román, Salvador Sánchez, and who else?
Say yourself.
No, I know myself. Later.
So, how disappointed were you not to be fighting in Las Vegas for Mexican Independence Day weekend?
For
And
me-
what's the likelihood that you come back?
For me, every day is Mexican.
What are your favorite American sayings? Like you're learning English now.
I don't hear that much.
Como dichos o palabras como frases
Oh.
americanas que te gustan.
Some bad words.
Favorite curse words? Favorite American curse words?
Huh?
Favorite American curse words?
Yeah, fuck.
What music are you listening to? You finally know what motherfucker means now?
Yeah. Now I know.
Will you come back to Las
I'm
Vegas
sorry
to
to
fight
tell them.
Allegiant?
Huh?
What's the likelihood that you'll come back to Las Vegas to fight in Allegiant Stadium?
No, I feel good. I feel great, and I'm happy to be here. I fought a lot of times here, and I'm happy.
Canelo, what message do you have for Mexican fans in Spanish, please?
No, gracias a todos por su apoyo. Espero que estén apoyándome como siempre y que viva México, cabrones.
Canelo, you laugh, everybody. Canelo, you laugh when Charlo didn't part anybody like that. You look like you laugh. What were you thinking in your mind?
No, Charlo. I find every style, every fight. Really good. What he means, being in the ring with.
What difference will you feel on fighting?
You will see. It's hard to tell.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
I have a lot. You have a lot? I have a lot, but I won't share. Okay. Yes.
Hey, where my boy at?
Who that? Leon? Yeah, he said he was coming.
But he's got the braids off?
Los que subieron, déjenles pido el material. Okay.
See how happy I am now.
No, that's the best one. No, ya que sales de la de esta baño, ahí da cuenta.
I'm not sure why so many people look at what feels like winning sometimes to get out of the sport. We've been the most committed network, the most enthusiastic, active network. It's been been a part of the sport.
Not to continue on there, but I gotta ask, he said that moving forward he's not going to move off the Mexican Independence Day, that he felt it was a success, he's willing to go up against whoever, whenever, each and every year. Was them booking the team, obviously this fight got pushed 2 weeks, or was it other things?
No, it was a, well, look, there are different ways to, it could have been a miscommunication, could have been something else. Canelo's fire promoter had the date reserved for Canelo. And as usual, there can be a second place or third place. I'm told that the commission reached out to his fire promoter. The promoter didn't respond, so they went to a second place person. It would have been very easy for the fire promoter to say, Canelo's the date, so after it's not this meeting, just switch promoters. But that didn't happen. So it sort of got taken out of his hands. And so that's fine. Just say it's going to be 85%. Wish them all the luck in the 16. I'd love to see what their numbers were. We know what our gate numbers are in the 16. I'd love to see what their gate numbers are and see how many systems they have.
So, you said that
when you did your neck tattoo, you go home. Now make sure you go.
Oh, you don't got none?
Nah,
Here's the lease.
Yeah.
Shit giving me a hard ass. The head is fast.
Yes.
Like
They don't have your seat. I was doing my leg, bro. I did this right here. I had to go to the hospital.
Infected?
Nah, it wasn't infected, but just the trauma to it, the constant pounding. The shit blew. I was in the shower. Shit was good.
How long it took?
It took like 8 hours. That's what I did. I just broke it up. I did it. I just sat there the whole time.
Sometimes the tattoo artists, they want you to go 3 feet by the hour.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to back off? Because you guys were doing it before Canelo.
No, I mean, hold on to that show. You know, and let's talk next August, July, August. I feel like shit.
Do you think you'll step forward? He's saying that he's learned and that he's going to come in the sport and what he's been about.
In the fighters, Air Force, run errands, Tom Brown, run errands. What's really good? So being an air boy is a great start. I wouldn't say that
like somebody squeezed it.
I think it's actually phenomenal.
Like somebody
tell what it's going to get in boxing at a high level.
Yeah, I jumped up to the hospital. I don't know what it was.
That's the only thing I would say.
You got muscle relaxed. Yeah.
First question, number one presser in the books. What were your takeaways from the presser? Did either fighter score
all that stuff. Just around
Look, these are two really respectful guys, which is a little bit of a difference. I mean, usually we see a very emotional Jermell Charlo, kind of fiery, passionate.
Sure, brother. You're waiting to talk to him too, right?
Very,
Okay, cool. So
level-headed. He's been very respectful. And I think you have to be. You find someone of the resume of Canelo, what can you say? Like, what can you criticize? What I thought was interesting about today's is we saw a little bit more emotion than usual from Canelo. You know,
Well, fight week, yes. Like, you know, not just like, you know, not like YouTube week.
A little bit of an edge about the disrespect that he felt he'd been getting from Charlos and calling them out. And when he said, you will learn, you're going to learn that I'm different, that it's not the same. You know, I think that to me was the quote that stuck. You know, that emotion, we don't see a lot of emotion from Canelo, but, you know, pay attention. That was probably a little bit more emotion than he typically shows.
Isn't there like a media week today, or is that tomorrow?
Terrence Crawford. Do you see a rematch between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence?
But it's not like, it's just the undercard, right?
Look,
Yeah.
I think that's a real question. I mean, I think the majority of people were very surprised at what happened that night. Nothing to away from Crawford.
And it's just the undercard or is them too?
But
Just undercard.
no one expected it. Very few
They
people
didn't even
expected
say
it to
that
be
they
that
were going
one
to show
side.
up. You know how
So at a different weight
10 kids
class,
wanna
you
show
know,
up.
different
Yeah.
circumstances, who knows? Clearly, Errol feels like there will be a different outcome or a different experience going forward on that fight. You know, those are intelligent guys. They're level-headed. If they didn't think that they had a good shot in a rematch, they would be doing
You were involved in one of the bigger fights of all time.
That was genius. That was genius.
The modern day version of that seems to be Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. How do you see that fight doing in terms of both box office and
You know, it's tough because Fury is one of the more skilled, more fluid boxers.
What's going on?
You know, there are boxers with a big punch who are sort of rough around the edges. That's not Fury. Fury is very good at movement. He's very fluid. He's a tough matchup for anyone who's a full-time professional boxer, let alone someone coming into the sport for the first time. You know, I think it's the proverbial puncher's chance. I mean, the reality is we've seen it before. Ngannou, has roots in boxing. That was his first goal. He's certainly trained it, but it's a different thing getting in there with one of the more skilled heavyweights in recent times.
The gentleman who Francis Ngannou fought for prior to this fight, your friend Dana White, he has said that he will be holding cards on Mexican Independence Day now until the end of his reign. What's your reaction to that? I mean, gentleman fighting this weekend, Canelo, that's typically his weekend. What do you think about it?
Look, more power to it. More power to it. You know, we know what kind of events that we've done on the 16th. We know we do $20 million gates, $15 million gates. I'd love to see what kind of gates he's doing. I mean, I think that will play into it. I think there's a reason why they didn't release the gate numbers on their December 16th event. I'd love to see how many comps they did. I have a sense, but which is why I believe they'll But, you know, let them build on the 16th. It's a little bit strange, you know, all of a sudden they're being Mexican fans after being built the wall with Trump guys all along. But, you know, people can change. So they want to embrace the Mexican community, the Mexican-American community. More power to them.
Last one for you. Conor Ben returned this past weekend, still some controversy surrounding details and whatnot with him. What's your take on him being back this weekend?
Look, my information, my opinion, you know, on the whole thing is, you know, it's not quite as simple as any of it seems. I know there are many writers who have written that he was clear. My understanding, he wasn't clear. There were jurisdictional issues. There were technicalities. It's very different from saying you didn't test positive. Saying that, you know, maybe we don't have the right to suspend you because of certain circumstances existed is not the same as saying you never tested positive. So I think there's a question mark there. But I think in the bigger sense of things, it just points to some lack of transparency overall. You know, I think we've seen this in a number of different events. You know, who knows what, when, who gets notified? Is it the promoter? Is it both promoters? Is it both fighters? Is it the public? You know, what is the public's right to know? What are the opponent's right to know? Those are the things that I think, you know, more than any individual that we should be talking about. Because really, at the end of the day, it's a safety issue. And you really shouldn't be in a circumstance where someone that you're going to be against may or may not be on PEDs. So I think the flow of information, the notification, the openness of this has to be much improved for this to work.
Stephen, thank you for your time.
You got it. Awesome.
Stephen Espinoza, Punch on Boxing. Once again, Showtime, TGB, BBC, voiding the frustration of the boxing fan. I always said that there's two things that boxing needs to be fixed.
A little bit.
Active fighters, they need to be more active, and the momentum. We'll get a big fight there, but then we'll go months without having a big fight. You guys, 2023, are like the Messiah of boxing. And how do you feel about this year so far? Hasn't even ended. What do you feel about this year?
We're thrilled with this. Every time we think we hit a peak, you know, we do a big event. Like there's another big event right behind it. You know, if we look at this event, one of the bigger, more exciting of the year. But coming behind it, we've got a Benavidez fight coming up. You know, Tank saying he's coming back in the year. We've got a bunch of guys. We've got Jerron Ennis who's going to get back. We've got Matias fight that has been made. We've got all kinds of good fights. The depth of talent, I think, another event is just unbelievable. Two nice events after this one. The reality is we can keep this going November, December for a long time.
Hey, David Benavidez started this whole thing with Caleb Plant. He might be ending it with the Leeches on Dre. Is that the fight, and when is it going to be announced?
We're getting close. You know, I think if we're able to get it done, I think probably within a week or so after the Canelo fight, if it gets done, I think we'll see announcement. But that's where it's headed. Look, Benavidez is doing what he said he was going to do. He wants the Canelo fight, but if he doesn't get Canelo, he wants to clean out the division.
You can do something Friday, so you
got Caleb Plant,
Thursday at home,
ask him for Andre. You know, he's been talking about Morrell.
Let the fighters
You know,
get
at a certain point,
then do a press event.
cleans out the division. He's the last person.